What else have I played recently? You guys have been bringing up Epic Tavern. Why don't we look at Epic Tavern? I only played a little bit of this, and it sounds like other folks that I know, especially Feral Dractore, they played a lot more of this and understand it way better than I do. So I'm not really going to be able to give a very good explanation of this game and how it works, but I'm going to do my best to at least give you sort of like a high-level view of it, so that you can sort of decide, you know, what you think about it, like what your interest level is. Devil Saint asked if I still play that alchemy game. I think he's talking about Opus Magnum. I still do periodically, actually. Maybe I should check that out, because I've never made a video of it. It is definitely a favorite of mine that I can come back to anytime and you know, keep enjoying it. And even go back to puzzles I've solved before and see if I can find better solutions to them, which is one of the best things about Zachtronic games. But we're not talking about Zachtronic's games right now. We're talking about Epic Tavern, which was made, at least in part, by a guy I actually know, sort of, Richie Biso. And I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, because I only know him on the internet. But, so this is Epic Tavern. So you got this tavern here, where you got a bunch of, like, little dudes hanging out, and you can click on them and see what they need. So this guy, you know, he looks like he wants some food. Can I get some stale bread, please? Like, absolutely you can have some stale bread. Awesome. So that costs 2 action points. So I start with 50 action points, and I can decide how much stuff to do around this tavern in that time. And so I can use this opportunity to make these characters happy, recruit new heroes to my roster, and to find out about new quests that I can send heroes on. So this tavern is sort of like the hub, this area that I'm sort of building up and trying to sort of make my relationships and build my party. But then the game is largely about sort of going out on these adventures in between visits to the tavern. So let's see. So this guy looks like they've got a quest here. Oh wait, I think I clicked on the wrong guy. I clicked on the guy who wanted the mug of mead. Well, fine. I'll give you some. Oh, some nether wine. Okay, give you some nether wine. He's happy. Awesome. This guy. Oh, the fishmonger's wife told me something. Tell me more. There is rats. What? With the rats cleared and an agreement reached with the necromancer, Amelia sealing a few rat holes is all that's required to finish up the wine cellar. Awesome. So, to give you some backstory, I've been chasing down this series of quests that are all about fighting rats in the wine cellar. And I got to the point where there were like rats, and then there were undead rats, and then there was a necromancer who's helping me take out these undead rats. So now we're probably going to wrap up that mission. So okay, so we've got that quest assigned. What else? We've got another quest down here. So we've got some sparkling fairy water. I'm nervous about fairy water and what ingredients it might have. Wow, this stuff blows me away. I'll have to order this all the time. Well, great. I'm glad you like your fairy water. Okay, so one problem I have is I keep clicking on the wrong people by accident. I keep, whenever somebody's sitting next to each other, I click on them, and I'm actually never sure I got the right guy. So this guy knows about a job. Crossover Eve. It's almost Crossover Eve again, that magical night when the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead is at its weakest. Gather a diverse crew of heroes for a night of celebration at the haunted carnival, the Lost Menagerie. The fact they asked for a diverse group of heroes makes me nervous, because it sounds like they're going to need a lot of different skills, which I don't think I've got very well represented in my roster right now. What about this guy? Have some chicken wings. Awesome. Oh, you again. Oops, sorry. Do you want a meal? Do you want some orphanage porridge? Be warned, anyone reaching onto my plate is apt to lose a finger. So this place has definitely got sort of a fantasy, you know, kind of almost like a low fantasy vibe. Like everyone here is sort of a brute and they're kind of a jerk, but in kind of a funny way. I do like the sort of the voice of this game. Can I trouble you for a couple of sparkling fairy water, please? Sparking fairy water sounds like it would be way more dangerous to drink. Sparkling fairy water. I like it. I'll have to have a little more to see what I really think, though. Okay, good to know. Murgle! Oh, what do you want to talk about? You think teleporting wine merchant was weird? I used to hang out at a bar built on the back of a giant turtle. Okay, yeah, so you can chat with this guy, and I think we'll end up sort of improving our relationship. And I'm doing the thing I usually do, which is just click through stuff and not read any of it because I'm illiterate. Wait, which one of these guys? So this is the guy I want to talk to, right? No? I don't know who I want to talk to. Alright, I'm going to listen to this guy. Oh! So I could recruit this guy, except I've already filled up my roster, so I can't. Who else wants stuff, though? Oh! Oh, somebody else wants a drink. Okay, so I'm clicking on both of these guys, but I keep only getting Cranston. So, I'm trying to remember, how do you... Okay, I can use WASD to look around. I don't remember how to rotate. Right click doesn't work, left click doesn't do it. The mouse wheel doesn't do it. Drac, you gotta help me out here, buddy. Or, was it Dan31? I don't remember. Some of you guys have played this game. I hope somebody remembers how to rotate this screen. Because I don't remember how. It seems like that's the only way I'm going to reach this guy. Oh, there we go. Okay, got Bartholomew now. Yes, here's some mead. Go for it. Okay, looks like I can watch their name to see who I've actually got underneath my mouse cursor, so that'll help. Farrell said Q and E. Oh, maybe not when I'm in the middle of talking to that guy. Farrell says he thinks it's Q and E, but now Q and E don't seem to be doing it. I don't know what's up. Gujarak, and then... Alright, goodbye. Anybody else? I've still got some time before last call. Come on, guys. I feel like this entire map is slowly rotating counterclockwise without my input or intent. Here, why don't you eat something, buddy? Oh, here we go. Okay, people are starting to want to sleep. That happens once your action points get down to a certain level. You can start making money by people wanting to go to bed. So you can offer a certain number of rooms. Oh, Gramg! Welcome, Gramg! Yeah, have some chicken wings.
What are you doing?
I'm running a tavern.
Oh.
So, okay, so we should look at what I was doing here. So, these are the items that I'm able to offer in my tavern. And you know, I've only got one orphanage porridge left. I've only got 2 meads left, and I can control the price that I charge for these things. So if I'm running low on money, I can start charging more for them. I'm not exactly sure how the economy works, like how that affects, you know, people's happiness with me if they have to pay more for the food. But like, say, orphanage porridge, I've got very little left, so I could spend 60 gold to buy a new vat of it. Looks like the rest of it I've got plenty. And then if I can upgrade my kitchen, I can start bringing in new dishes and things to make people happier, I imagine, or to cater to a wider variety of tastes. Oh, Feral Director Ray points out that, oh, all the people that are here on the tables are also listed on the right here. So I could just be clicking their names over here instead of clicking them down there. So, well, that's very helpful. I realize that my face actually probably belongs down here, where it's not quite as in the way as it was before. So, I'm almost to last call. We got 1 action point left. Let's just skip it. Go to the map. Okay, so I'm entertaining all these people. I'm recruiting them into my party, or into my roster. And then, oh, hey, Murgle here. Murgle has leveled up. Let's see here. So he's pretty good at combat and mind stuff already. Let's give him a little bit more, but let's level up the thing he's not great at, which is spycraft, because social is a little bit more powerful. Great. Anyway, what am I doing? That's not actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay on the map. Okay, so there's a variety of different quests that I can pursue here. So I've got the Inferno Within, Bug Hunt, Crossover Eve. That was the one that said it wanted a nice variety of people. I kind of want to do rats, though. Because I haven't actually finished. I don't think I've finished a full line of quests before, because I've just barely started playing this game. So let's see what that looks like. So looks like we want mind skills, especially construction if we've got it. Our best mind people are Murgle and Grunson. So it looks like we got a 95% chance of winning this thing. Who else do we want to bring? So this tells you the most important skills that you're going to need, but oftentimes a quest that you go on actually will need other skills too. It just won't need them as much. So it might help to bring people who offer a more diverse set of skills, like Catrice, who's good with social, and Carver, who's good with traps. So I've got 4 adventures going on this. I probably don't need this many adventures. It says that I technically only need 2. But, you know, overkill's fun. So let's go forth. Go on a quest. With the rats cleared and an agreement reached with the necromancer Amelia, sealing a few rat holes is all that's required to finish up the wine cellar. On a crowded street, Murgle accidentally kicks over an elderly beggar's donation bowl. She yells after her, "Curse you, fire mage!" The rat carcasses are discreetly hauled away through the back entrance before they can get any crazy ideas and reanimate for round 3. Time to complete the wine cellar. Oh, I unlocked a character, Amelia Mortalis. Maybe she'll hang out and I can add her to the roster. Cool. So that was in the previous mission. I got a necromancer to come help me figure out what to do with the rats, and so I guess that's probably who that is. Let's see here. The rat carcasses are discreetly held away. Oh, that's what I already did. So I decided to continue, and everybody had to roll a bunch of skills. We needed to hit 10, and we hit 27, so we succeeded. Impressed by her willingness to find a non-violent solution to the rat problem, Amelia Mortalis unexpectedly shows up with a bottle of elven wine as a housewarming gift. "I quite like it here and may stick around," the necromancer says. The road-weary adventurers round a corner and see the stinky pigman up ahead. "Thank the gods," Catrice said. "Be warned, anyone who gets between me and my bed is apt to get hurt." And that was that entire quest. Oftentimes they're longer than that. I think I picked a short one by accident. But we succeeded at the quest. Everybody got some experience. And now we're back, and it's another day at the tavern. Murgle Flametongue has returned and is cursed. What? Why is he cursed? So now I'm back in the tavern, and I got to keep everybody entertained again. And so you kind of get into a routine, I imagine, playing this game just like, okay, feed people, get some quests, and then pick your quest for the evening, and then come back and feed people. Directory, do you always have, I feel like I always have 5 or 6 or 7 quests available to me at any given time, and I just keep getting more and more and more of them. Does it keep just building up like that, or do you ever get to a point where you actually have exhausted your quests? Because Grunson here, he's got another quest for me. Never a finery winery. They're gonna feed some folks. Stale bread. A new patron? Welcome! Anything else? You like some mead? Great! Oh, I can't recruit Ugdumph. Not yet. Huh? Carver, he was one of the guys I took on the last quest. Making him happy. What else we got? Anybody? So I think it's showing, what is this? Is this friendship? Yeah, I think this is my friendship level with these guys. So if I max it out, I think they might unlock new quests and things like that. Let's listen to this guy. Reminisce over a drink. Give him some porridge. Holy crap. So, Feral Director A is giving you some of his stats in this game. He's at 145 hours, 722 quests completed, 671 adventures found, 220 dead adventurers, and 324,205 coins, 532 days. So, yeah, there's a lot of gameplay to be had in this world. I have not given it nearly that amount of time. I think that I might be hitting about, I don't know, 57 minutes around now. So I'm a complete noob to this. But I am fascinated by it because, we actually, at an old studio that I was at, we actually tried to do a fantasy tavern management game. And I've heard multiple times of different studios making tavern management games. And this is the first one that I've actually paid attention to and actually sat down and played. And so it's an interesting concept. And I can see, why, it's so compelling to a lot of people. Why people keep coming back to this idea of sort of the tavern is such this classic trope of fantasy stories, of places where people meet up and where where sort of the nexus of certain stories comes together, like where the different characters from all the different backgrounds, they come together in this one place and then go off to accomplish something. It's a pretty sort of compelling idea, and so it's interesting to see what they're doing. So this game, I believe, is still either in early access or it's out, but they're still supporting it very strongly. Feral Director A was telling me that they've got like a full UI update coming in soon. So what you're seeing right here, by the time you actually play this yourself, it might look completely different. But it's been really interesting to check this out, kind of early in its development, and and see what it's like. Oh, I gained a roster slot. So what I should do, well, these guys want to go to bed, but I should try to find. So I should try to find somebody to recruit. Let me look at my roster. So I've got one guy who's decent at survival. In fact, let's try to make him more decent. Better at powerlifting, better at reflexes. Yeah, so now this is at, what is that, 11? So I've got this guy, so I've got combat at 13, it's pretty good. I've got mind at, let's see here. This guy, yeah, needs to level up. Some races, beast lore, perception. Yeah, so I've got mind at 18. I've got social at 21. I've got combat at 13. I've got traps at 11. So those are the 4 skills. And so I've got somebody who can do almost everything. So if I wanted to recruit somebody, so this guy's not that great at any of those skills, so I imagine he could get better with time. This guy was thinking of joining too, right? Oh, he's good at combat and social, which I think I've already got that combination. That's the thing. I should also be looking at combinations, because sometimes you want to send a limited number of people on a quest, but you want them to be able to do multiple things. So I got somebody who can do social and combat, but social way better than combat. And some folks who are just completely focused on survival or mind. So getting somebody who's got a combo I don't have. So these 3 are all good at combat. If somebody had a combo of, like, say, survival and social, that might be worthwhile to me. He's got mind and survival, so you know what? I sent him to bed, so I don't think I can recruit him anymore, can I? Oh, I can, yeah, so let's hire him. Alright, so I got this guy. He's got this new combination of skills I haven't seen yet. So now I look at my roster, and I've got him, where is he? This guy, Ugdumph. I mean, how can you not recruit a guy named Ugdumph, right? So, yeah, so let's, it's not I guess, okay, here we go. This guy wants a drink. Give him some mead. And because I'm an illiterate, I'm not going to read anything he's saying. And let's just go on one more quest before we, kind of put a pin in this. So, let's see here. Let's go do something that's a little tougher. So I've got this map here, so I'm based here. And so quests that are a little further away look like they might have kind of more crazy stuff going on the way. Like, yeah, this has got a higher provisioning cost, so it'll cost me more money to send them out there. Oh, this requires social skills. I've only got one social-focused character who might not have the most useful skills, so... Oh. Like, Streetwise is particularly valuable for this one. I don't know... Hey, Catrice, what do you have? Public speaking. So, yeah, might not be the best one. Got so many little quests here gathered around. So Feral Director A says that he's taken to actually modding this game, that it's very open to mods and supportive of it. And so he's like added new custom foods and drinks, and you can add, new characters, new quests. That's pretty cool. Oh, Dan31 says he's about to lose power at his house. Well, good luck with that, and thank you for coming. Yeah, if you need to turn off your computer, go for it, please. All right, well, let's try bug off. Wait, it wants a skill of 19. I've got 2 people I can put together, probably. Wait, I want to... How do I unclick on this character? I don't know. Oh, back to roster. That's where it is. Okay, so I've got an 11 and a 6. This one's 19. I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna have to build up my... I'm gonna have to build up my survival characters a little bit more. So let's take them on another mission that doesn't rely on them as heavily. Okay, so looks like the quest just always wants you to be at 19. There's no place like home. Let's do this one. Provision costs 90, so it's probably pretty long, which, you know, I think will show the game pretty well. So let's grab people with a nice diversity of skills, including survival guys. Okay, I've only got a 75% chance of success, so let's see how this goes. The Inferno Within, Chapter 1. There's no place like home. All right, I'm doing it, an unusually chipper Murgle declares. I'm going to visit my mentor, Shiloh, who raised me and taught me how to control my abilities. I can probably convince him to visit the Stinky Pigman, which is the name of my tavern, by the way, and teach the other mages a few tricks. Anyone want to come along? Yeah, visiting wizards. That's, you know, that's always safe. Finally, back on the open road, Ungdumped fellows. I was getting stir-crazy in that place. So now we're going down the road, trying to loosen our load. The party spies puffs of smoke in the distance. Oh, we failed to do whatever we needed to do. We can't figure out what it means. Got so close, too. Oh, this guy's cursed. Alright, here we go. While traveling beneath the canopy of tall trees, the party encounters a group of unusually large feral sirens. And we succeed! So everybody rolls against their combat skill, and we blew that away, so nice. We beat the sirens. I haven't seen Shiloh in nearly a year, Murgle says, picking up her pace. Wait till you see the cabin he built for himself. Don't tell the boss I said this, but it's actually nicer than the tavern. Hey. It wasn't just my life Shiloh saved, it was my very soul, Murgle says. I was lost in a tempest of flames and rage. He carved a path to sanity for me and made me who I am today. Oh, Farrell says you can click to change stances if you want better odds versus better survivability. I don't know what you're talking about, and where I would do that, so I would love some more information on that. A man in a market offers to read Ugdump's fortune. Well, let's, first of all, move over here, because I'm in the way of reading some of this stuff. And yeah, sure, let's go for it. We succeeded! 28 versus 20! This is probably a scam, Ugdump says. I knew you'd say that, the fortune teller replies. Ah, clever. An owl sits on a branch in broad daylight, watching the adventurers. Just wait until you taste Shiloh's rabbit stew. He grows his own... Murgle's voice trails off as they round the final bend and the cabin comes into view. Small white handprints scatter the exterior of the cabin, and the door hangs lopsidedly on its broken hinges. The fire mage breaks into a sprint. Shiloh! Murgle finds the remains of Shiloh's mangled body crammed into the fireplace, his cabin ransacked by goblins. The fire mage lets loose an otherworldly growl, the likes of which the heroes have never heard. She turns on her companions, her eyes a pair of roaring infernos. Uh-oh, Catrus says. We succeed at our social role. Catrus holds up her hands. It's me, your friend Catrus. You need to hold this rage in until we find those responsible. Murgle snaps out of her rage trance and crumbles, cradling the corpse of the only parent she's ever known and weeping quietly. This is kind of sad. Wakened from a deep slumber by the sounds of the struggle, Carver sees that a goblin has Murgle pinned to the ground. The assassin stumbles to his feet and rushes to aid his companion. Success! Oh, okay, so Feral Director A says that I've got the option to select their stance when they're about to roll, so I'll watch for that next time. This game is pretty complicated, and they've got, they're trying to put UI all over the place, and trying to come up with the right way to present the kind of detailed statistical sort of game that we've got here, it usually takes multiple passes. Like, you can't just do it right the first time. You do it, you see what's weird, and then you change it. Despite his grogginess, a determined assassin closes the gap quickly. In one smooth motion, he picks up his cudgel and cracks with the skill of a master assassin. The goblin falls beneath his assault, and within minutes he returns to his slumber. I'm interested to know, when you're modding, you're creating new quests, like how much sort of mad-libbing you can do. Things like, I think that my assassin, Carver, has got a cudgel. That's all just statistical stuff in the game. And I imagine that when you're writing this, you probably, need to insert little terms to let the game sort of fill in the blanks and say cudgel at the right time, and assassin, and the name of the character. Because that's how we have to write things in State of Decay 2, because we never know what character is going to be doing what at what time and what place. And it's really interesting, especially when you're dealing with localization, because every language has got different rules about what words have to come before and after what other words. And so if some of the words are sort of randomly propagated in, it can be super complex. So here we go. Travel. I've never seen such a beautiful sunset, Catrus exclaims. Yay! The paladin runs ahead, completely enthralled by the scenery. The other heroes hurry to catch up. I wonder if that's just random. Like, are all of these elements built into written into this quest, or are some of these these travel scenes just sort of random and get thrown in all the time? Just could be thrown into any quest. Like, that's when I'm playing a game like this. That's all I'm thinking about a lot of the time. It's just, how did they put this together? The party discovers an unoccupied hunting cabin down the side trail and spends the night, comfortably shielded from the elements. We're spending the night. Oh, next day. Oh, this is a... Is this a multi-day quest? Okay, so let me... Hold on a second. Did my roster come home, or are they still out? Oh, they're out adventuring. I've never been on a multi-day quest before. So those guys are out adventuring. But can I launch another quest tonight? Or do I have to rejoin the quest that I already started? Alright, well, let's deal with these folks. A new patron? Welcome! Okay. Great. You can have some chicken wings. Hey, you. What do you want to drink? Some fairy water? Yeah, I've got a fairy toilet out back that is generating that every day. It's fresh.
Huh?
Barclay wants some nether wine for his nethers. Oh, tell me more about this mission. Cool, whatever. A new patron, Amelia! She's that necromancer. I remember her.
Huh?
Here's another one. This is Juan. Juan who likes fairy water.
Huh?
And Grunson. What do you want to talk about, buddy? You want to have some chicken wings? Awesome. Oh, you're tired? You guys are tired? Aw. Yeah, you go to bed. So, what the... I'm trying to remember. Where is it that I oh, there we are, expansions. So I've already built the infirmary. And if somebody is... Oh, I don't have anybody who's afflicted and also at home that I can send to the infirmary. So there's all kinds of things here that I can unlock, but they all are dependent on quests. So yeah, so I think I unlocked the wine cellar with the rat quest. So I can purchase that, and now I've got a wine cellar. And so now I can... Oh, looks like I could probably just add more drinks to my roster. And I already have the kitchen. What else? Trophy placement coming soon. Okay. So let me look at the menu in stock now. Oh yeah, okay, so I can add... Because I've got the wine cellar, I can add another drink. So, house wine. And I got 2 in stock. Great. So, yeah, so now I've got more options. So, that's how it kind of works. It's like you go on these quests. The quests unlock expansions to the tavern. The expansions give you, more wine options, more options for taking care of your heroes. And so they just sort of it's one of those feedback cycles, right? Where you go on quests, the quests unlock your upgrades for your home, make the home better, and then the home makes it easier to complete more advanced quests because you can get better characters, that sort of thing. So let's see here. So Feral Directory says, except for the main encounter on a given quest, most of the other encounters are randomized. So when I'm going on a quest like to go and see that Fire Mage's mentor, the scene with the Fire Mage's mentor is the core part of the quest. And apparently, according to Feral Directory, almost everything else is pulled from random pools somewhere. And so all those little travel scenes, the little extra combat, stuff like that, is kind of randomized. And so I bring the characters whose skills are necessary for that core thing. But a lot of that other random stuff, like, you just want to bring a nice varied group of people with you so that all of the random stuff that happened to you won't just demolish you. Yeah, so it's interesting, like, this is the kind of game, because it requires so much reading and I'm illiterate, it's the kind of game that is actually usually difficult for me to get into, and it's the kind of thing that I might not have spent a lot of time sort of learning about and getting into, just because, I'll oftentimes play a game, and if it doesn't really grab me really fast with a lot of, like, action and drama or just weird, freaky, mind-bending stuff, sometimes I'll just be like, okay, well, interesting, and I'll put it away. But because Drac and Dan and a lot of the folks that watch me on Twitch were so emphatic about how fun this game was, how cool it was, they basically made me sit down and play it for an hour and actually start to understand what's cool about it. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that, because this is a really fascinating game, and it's it's a lot more interesting than it has to be. It's like, the deeper I look at it, the more I'm like, oh wow, they're doing things that seem simple on their face, but are actually, like, when you actually look at how they're put together, are incredibly complex, and just each of these little quests that you can just sort of click through, and you see how rudely I'm just like clicking through and not reading a lot of the dialogue. A lot of effort went into a lot of this stuff, and I'm being incredibly rude to my colleagues over at at the developers of this game by doing that. But that's how I roll. Let's call it 7 action points. Not really feeling that, so let's go on a quest. So we're gonna find out. Can I go on a second quest? Can I trigger a second quest, or do I? Okay, so this one is ongoing. But maybe I can... Of course, wait, the 2 characters I have left, they're a combat person and a mind person. All I've got is social and survival quests. So I actually... Even if I can start another quest, I shouldn't, because I don't think the people I have are very qualified for it. So let's just do next day on the current quest. The party awakens to find some of their supplies gone. A thief is about. And I don't have great survival skills. Let's see how this goes. Oh wait, I could have changed their stances. That's right. Whoops. The thief's tracks are obscured, they lose the trail. My rock collection was stolen, Ugdumph moans. Okay, let's try to get it right next time we have a chance to roll. Combat. Okay, so I can choose to be cautious, reduce the power of my skill, then boost the percentage roll. Or I can boost my skill power and reduce the roll. I don't think I understand the numbers well enough. So let's see here. Let's look at the math. So if you roll a 27%, you can poor performance. You contribute 6 skill power, 1 skill power, 4 skill power, plus 1 because of the stance. So like, if you go aggressive, that means that this solid number gets higher, but the random number gets lower, or gets more varied, I guess, or something. It gets lower. Huh. This is fascinating. I don't understand the math. I don't understand it. So I think I'm not gonna tweak anything, especially because my success chance is already 94%. There we go. It does make me want to just tweak the numbers and see if it will change the success chance. So social. Okay, so who is my more... I can't really see who my more social characters are here. Unless... Okay, so it's not actually showing any difference in the chance of success. Oh, there we go. Okay, this must be my social character. So, if I'm cautious, it reduces the chance of success. Oh, actually, looks like being balanced is the best choice. So, I can mess with these values, but this is always going to report whether it's a good choice or not. So, yeah, let's go with the highest number. Success! So your catcher's fiddles with her oversized gavel. Okay. As the heroes approach the Stinky Pig Man, they see a group of hoodlums hassling rat kebab vendor Quan Dooley. I'm weary from the road and not in the mood, kids, Ugdump snarls. Mace in hand, the punks scatter and the heroes get a free snack for their trouble. We did it! Oh, I think we saw a little flash right there of the text markup. That was funny. All right. Well, that was a 2-day quest. So I'm not going to go much farther right now because there's some other games I want to get to, but that's Epic Tavern, and I feel like I have not really done it justice because I don't understand it nearly on the level of Feral Director A and Dan31 and these other folks who've played tons of this game. But hopefully I've given you a taste at least, so you can kind of get a sense of what this game is and you know, and realize that it is worth checking out. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, the music is sticking around. Some games the music turns off when I switch away from them, but not this case. So yeah, so that was Epic Tavern, and you know, it's probably funny for the people who are watching me live on Twitch because I've done like 3 of these already. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, put some links over here somewhere, and I'll put a subscribe button up here, and it's gonna be right on top of my daughter's head. Actually, probably is where it goes. Right there on her face, so you can't see her anymore.
Can you tell them what I was thinking about?
Not right this second. Okay, I will tell them. So